Hello folks, back with some more deals for you. These are big discounts off brand new cars available pretty much all at main dealerships right now, as advertised on Auto Trader. With some of these deals, it will mean that you have to sign up to their finance agreements, those kind of things. But of course, you've got 14-day cooling off period with most of those. Don't forget as well that you still might be better off leasing some of these. And if you do, check out leasing.com, link in the video description. We're sponsored today by ALA Insurance. More on that in a bit. Got a nice mixture of electric, petrol. We start off with some painfully sensible stuff. We end up on some crazy stuff. And some of the discounts in this video are ginormous. The Dacia Spring's the first one. You can say $4 on one of those at the moment, 11.5 grand for the 45. Now, I saw the bigger one the other day, the 65, for 10 grand. That didn't hang about very long. They are pretty compromised cars. They are very much local cars, very much like second cars, I would imagine, for a lot of people. But 10 grand for a brand new car of any flavour is not bad. This is a much better car overall, in my personal opinion. Hyundai Insta. This is the standard range 42 kilowatt hour version. That's 203 miles of all electric range. 17.5 grand. It's got 5,850 quid knocked off it. Main reason, I think, is the 01 trim is the least popular. The 2 makes more sense. It's like the sweet spot of the range. So I think that's probably why there are some discounts on these at the moment. Seat Ateca always offers bags of value. Nearly 30 grand for this car, and it's got 9,290 quid knocked off it. So we're just under 20. Petrol manual. It's only a 1 litre petrol, but it's only a small car despite being a little SUV. 195 quid a year to tax it. MPG on this one is 47, so it's not too bad. It's going to serve most people fairly well in their day-to-day lives. Audi A1 1 litre TFSI 25 Sportback at 4 grand off one of those at the moment. You can get that for 29 grand. That's the 25 Sport. Next, we've got the electric Jeep Avenger, a 14.5 grand knocked off this car. Should be £37,000. It's 22,695. I think it's a cool looking thing, the Avenger. I do like it. 248 miles of range. Got reasonable boot in it. The infotainment system's better than in some of the group's other cars. I've got a bit of time for that. And the petrol one, by all accounts, nothing amazing. I think the electric setup will suit that very well. 22,695 quid, saving you 14.5 grand. I mean, bonkers numbers, aren't they? MG S5 Trophy. This one's got 9,850 knocked off it. MG always seem to go to market with what seems like a fairly sensible price for their cars, and then they just slash the prices on them through the dealership network from time to time. Nearly 10 grand off this car, 23,690. This is the electric car, but we've got the HS coming up in a sec, which is sort of the petrol equivalent, if you like. This one's 288 miles of range. The trophy spec on MG is top of the tree, basically. So you're getting everything thrown at that. I reviewed one of these recently. I thought it was very good. Really good value for money. And with 10 grand knocked off it, even more so. You've also got the MG4 trophy. This is the extended range one. You've got 329 miles of range in that. That's got 13 grand knocked off it. It should be 37. It's down to 24. We have got that HS coming up in a sec. But first, we've got the Fiat 600. This is a 1.2 mild hybrid La Prima with the automatic gearbox. 24,340 quid. It's a weird colour. They call it brown on Auto Trader, but it's not. It's sort of a, I'm going to call it a light cappuccino, if I may. 5 grand knocked off that. 29.5 grand is the list price. 24,340 now. 0-62 and 10.9, 57.6 MPG. Not bad. If you wanted to get yourself some gap insurance on that, let's run through a little quote, shall we? We'll say this is on a car. We'll say we're going to get this through finance of some kind. Finance loan, PCP or HP. We're getting it from a garage, a VAT registered garage. Haven't got it yet. It's a brand new car. And we're going to say the invoice price on it, 'cause that's the important thing with this that we're looking at, is the invoice price, 24,340. And it is a Fiat. It's not full electric. See my quote. This is for 3 years cover. So you can get vehicle replacement plus, as it says there, covers a replacement to match the same vehicle originally bought, or back to invoice plus, covers the full price you paid for your vehicle. And if we went for a 3 year policy, by the way, and in 2 years the car was written off and the insurance company comes along and says, well, there you go, there's 15 grand. This would make you whole again to the tune of what you paid on your invoice, which in this case would be £24,000. So the gap insurer would step in and basically give you that 9 grand. 3 years cover, as I said, they're also giving you 250 quid towards your car insurance excess, because obviously if your car's been written off, you're going to have to pay your excess. 232 quid for 3 years cover. If we put the code 𝙇𝙄𝙉 in this little magic box here, that makes it £219 for 3 years cover. Not bad, eh? ALA don't have commissioned salespeople. They have customer service staff. They use A-rated insurers, and they've got a 5-star de facto rated product. If you'd like to get yourself a quote, go onto the website ala.co.uk, and don't forget to use that code 𝙇𝙉�10 to save yourself 10%. Massive thanks to ALA for sponsoring today's video. Okay, now we've got the Mazda CX-5, and this looks like bags of value for money. It's got 7.5 grand knocked off it. 2-litre eSky Active G mild hybrid, centre line, 24,691 quid. 43.5 mpg. They drive great. I think they still look good. Although, you know, design's a little bit long in the tooth now. I do think they still look good. Got a really good sized boot in there. There's a lot going for a Mazda CX-5. And under 25 grand, it looks like a bit of a winner. Suzuki Vitara, 1.4 booster jet, mild hybrid, ultra, all grip. Not the most exciting cars in the world, but really reliable, really frugal, and pretty practical. It's got 6.5 grand knocked off it, so it's just over 25 grand as opposed to 31.5 grand. 52 mpg, only insurance group 17. Not too bad. Here is that MG HS 1.5 hybrid plus Trophy automatic. So Trophy again is top of the tree, just as a reminder when it comes to MGs. So that gives you 7.9 seconds 0 to 62 and 51 mpg. So no real compromise there. Got a nice big boot in it. The fit and finish in this car is quality. Like, it really is a step above what you're expecting from MG. 6.5 grand knocked off that. Should be 32. It's down to 25.5. Audi A3 1.5 TFSI S-Line Sportback. This one is petrol manual. You're looking at 26.5 grand instead of 33 and a bit. So it's got 6,700 quid knocked off it. We've got, this one's always bags of value. There are some amazing lease deals on this as well. So if you are considering one of these, do look at the lease prices at the moment. But it's the Toyota Corolla, and it's the Touring Sport, which is the estate car basically. So you've got a big boot, about 600 litres. It will do about 60 mpg, certainly late 50s real world mpg. 27.5 grand. That's got 5,360 knocked off it. That is a lot of car for the money. It's also going to be supremely reliable. Just consider how many of those you see running as taxis and the kind of mileage they're doing. It speaks for itself. BMW 1 Series. This is the 120i mild hybrid sport with the automatic gearbox. 4,300 quid off that. Should be 32,290. It's down to 27,971. Then we've got the Jeep Compass, and this has got a bag load of money knocked off it. Should be 43.5 grand, this car. Get your head around that for a sec. And it's just under 28. So 1.3 GSE T4 S Auto 4XE. Doesn't exactly roll off the tongue, does it? It is a plug-in hybrid. That's why it's so expensive. 30 miles of all-electric range, which is not the best. But if you're just doing your sort of local commute every day, that might be perfectly adequate. And it might be you can do those 30 miles for not that much money. Insurance Group 31. To be fair, the modern-day Jeep Compass is pretty well kitted out. You've got your digital dash there. You've got infotainment screen there that they've still kept the cellophane on, so you might get to do the peel. Oh, we love the peel. But yeah, like nothing flash or anything, but not a bad car for 28 grand. Then we've got the Cupra Formentor. This is a car that I've got a lot of time for. I love the Formentor. 29 grand. It's got 8,235 quid knocked off it. Should be 37 and a bit. This one's the petrol manual, but there are also deals around on the autos. I've picked this one because it's a V2, and I think V2 is the absolute sweet spot in the range with Cupra. 29,000 quid is not bad on that. If you want the really, really spicy one, and I've had one of these in for a week before, and I adored it. It was great. £43,000 instead of 55,640. So that's got 12.5 grand knocked off it. And the performance figures on this speak for themselves. 4.8 second 0 to 62, 31.7 mpg, 328 brake horsepower. That is a bit of a beast. Hyundai Tucson, we all know about the Tucson. You get 6.5 grand off one of those at the moment. We've got the Alfa Romeo Tonale with the automatic gearbox. This is a mild hybrid. 7 grand off one of those right now. Mercedes CLA, which I've always thought was quite a good looking car, a bit of a sleeper, but a good looking car. 5 grand off one of those. You don't often get big discounts on Merc, but 5 grand off that. It's in executive trim with the 8-speed automatic. And then we've got the VW Passat, the good old Passat. This one's the mild hybrid, but there are also deals around on the plug-in hybrid. Again, a bit like that Toyota Corolla, if you're looking for a Passat plug-in hybrid at the moment, you really must look at the car lease deals. If you watch one of my recent lease deals of the week videos, you'll find there's a Passat in almost every one of them at the moment, and a Toyota Corolla, because there are some really, really tasty deals, and I would take one of those any day of the week over this, even with its £10,000 discount. £43,760 RRP, down to 33.5 grand. Right, this one's a bit of a niche vehicle, but it's got £21,000 knocked off it. This should be 56 grand, unbelievable. The Citroen E-Space Tourer. So it's their sort of 8-seat minibus, people carrier, whatever you want to call it. It's just a big sort of car-derived van with some nice flexible seating. So you've got 2 rows of 3 seats in the back, but you can take one out, you can spin them around, I think, all that kind of good stuff. 35 grand instead of 56. It is all electric, this one. It's only got 214 miles of range, but it might be the sort of thing where you're ferrying people around locally and it makes perfect sense to you. If it does, you can save 21 grand over the RRP at the moment. Audi Q3 2-litre TFSI S-Line Sportback S-Tronic Quattro. There we go. It's the Sportback one, so you've got that sort of coupe-like finish to it. Well, I personally don't see the point in a coupe SUV. I'd rather have the squared off thing in a bigger boot, but I'm boring, I suppose. 7,800 quid knocked off the RRP, brings it down to £37,500. Then got the Cupra Terramar 2-litre VZ2 DSG, 40 grand instead of 52. It's got just over 12 grand knocked off it. Performance on this one, 5.9 second 0 to 62 time, 261 brake horsepower, 33 mpg. Again, there have been some great lease deals on these recently. It tends to be the 1.5 rather than this spicy version. But it's a lovely thing. Nice thing to drive. Lovely fit and finish. Can't go too far wrong. Cupra are making some great cars at the moment. I think they're a bit of a jewel in the VW Group crown because they are just a bit more interesting than their sort of siblings, I think. We've got another one here, the Cupra Tabascan. This one's all electric. It's the VZ2, 77 kilowatt hour, 61.5 grand down to 40s, 21.5 grand off the price, 298 miles of range, and that doesn't feel too bad. Audi A6 e-tron Avant, 83 kilowatt hour Sport, 12 grand off that, £53,000, 361 miles of range in that car, which is not too bad. And then we've got one of the OGs. This is a beast. I've just had a smaller engine version of this over in the US for a week, and I adored it. This one, though, is the 5-litre V8 Mustang GT, £54,000. It's a saving of 10.5 grand. Should be 64,920 quid. 5.4 second 0 to 62 time, 440 brake horsepower, 27 mpg, and it sounds like the Lord is speaking to you. It's a beautiful sounding thing. I want one. Jeep Grand Cherokee. This has got 34.5 grand knocked off the price. Just think about that for a sec. It should be £89,000, this thing, and it's 55.5. It's the plug-in hybrid, and we're fairly up there in trim level as well. Where's the interior? Here we go. Here's the interior. Piano black. I'm not paying 90 grand for a car that's got piano black in it. Sumptuous leather seats, though, and otherwise all very Jeep. 55 grand instead of 89. 6.3 second 0 to 62 time, 376 brake horsepower. You've got 29 miles of all electric range. That is an absolute monster of a vehicle. Genesis GV60. This is basically the posh version of the Ioniq 5, the Kia EV6. It's on the same platform. It does feel like a step up in pretty much every respect, however. Save 14.5 grand off one of those, 318 miles of range on that one. The Audi Q7, 19.5 grand off one of these, 77.5 down to 57,995. This one's a diesel, 6.1 second 0 to 62 time, 35 mpg, 282 brake horsepower. Folks, just a very quick reminder to subscribe to the channel if you haven't already done so. Thanks. We're getting to the really spicy stuff now. We've got the BMW 840i M Sport with the automatic gearbox, 25 grand off that one. Brings it down to 63 from 88. 5.4 second 0 to 62 time, 328 brake horsepower, 33 mpg. Then look at this, the BMW X3, but it's the XM50i, which is the monster. It's a beast. X-Drive, it's got 9 grand knocked off it, 4.6 second 0 to 62 time, 393 brake horsepower, 36 mpg, 580 newton meters of torque. I've got one of those booked in for early next year, and I'm looking forward to that. Sticking with BMW, we've got the i7. There's always loads of money off these. They are absolutely exquisite. They are brilliant, amazing, wonderful, beautiful things to drive, and just lovely things to sit in, to be honest. £101,000 down to 76. A £25,000 saving on that car. 5.5 second 0 to 62 time, 449 brake horsepower. Just wafts along the road. And your range on that one is 378 miles. Check this one out. It's the Porsche Taycan Cross Turismo, which is the beautiful version of the Taycan. I don't love the look of the standard Taycan, but I do love the look of this. I just think that back end makes it look absolutely gorgeous. 109.5 grand down to 89,700. It's got nearly 20 grand knocked off it. 0 to 62 in this, where are we? 3.7 seconds, 537 brake horsepower, 696 newton meters of torque. 89 grand gets you into that. And look at this. It's the Lotus Emea 102 kilowatt hour S, 89,931 quid. You're saving £33,000 on that car, 379 miles of range, 4.2 second 0 to 62 time, and 603 brake horsepower. And then sticking with Lotus, we've got the Eletre R. Again, another electric car. It's got 38 grand knocked off it. Should be 138 nearly, and it's just nearly 100. And with it being the R, 0 to 62 in 3 seconds, 904 brake horsepower, and 986 newton meters of torque. Next, we've got the Porsche Panamera 4. This one is the 2.9 litre V6 petrol. It's got the PDK automatic gearbox. It's a beautiful looking thing. Again, I just love a Panamera. I think they're gorgeous cars. 4.7 second 0 to 60 time, 348 brake horsepower, 27.8 mpg. 16 grand knocked off that, 99,950 as opposed to nearly 116. Audi RS6 Avant, 4 litre V8, performance Tiptronic Quattro, nearly 15 grand knocked off that. I'm sure you know all the numbers on that. Porsche 911 992 is the 3 litre Carrera T, 114,850 quid. That's got 12 grand knocked off it. 12 grand knocked off a brand new Porsche. Who'd have thunk it, eh? Thanks for watching, folks. Please don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Go and check out my sponsors, ALA Insurance, if you're thinking about spending proper money on a car. Well worth giving gap insurance some consideration. Also, some other bits on there like alloy wheel and tyre cover, all that kind of stuff. Key cover, warranty even. So go and check it out, ala.co.uk. And don't forget the code GYM10 will save you 10% site-wide. Thanks again for watching. I'll see you on the next one. Huge thanks to all my channel members for your continued support. I really do appreciate it.